strategy, your money, your time, your thought, that you've reached this level of success. You've been running your business for 10, 20 years or more, and your revenue keeps hitting a plateau. And you're smart. You've done many, many things to try to fix it, and yet it's still hitting the same plateau. So, of course, what you're doing is you're thinking to yourself, well, what's wrong? And usually you point the finger at yourself and you try to fix that, or the market, or your strategies, or your program, right? I mean, those seem like the logical things to do, right? And because you're that kind of woman, you're diligent about it and you hire world-class coaches and enter masterminds where they support you and give you great ideas, and you love being in them, and you try different business strategies, you try different revenue streams. And I don't mean try in the bad way, I mean try in the way of really putting your whole self into them, because that's the kind of woman that you are, right? That's the kind of woman that I'm speaking to right now. So, in a certain way, you are you have a hammer and you're hammering at what's wrong. You're hammering at yourself. My morning routine doesn't work. I need to go to bed earlier. I need to get more rest. I need to be more organized in the morning. I need to, or my team needs to be different. I need to be a different kind of leader. That program isn't working. I'm not reaching who I want to reach. You're trying to fix the things that are wrong. And of course, that makes sense. And if you've been doing this for a really long time and you're still hitting and you're hiring great people and you're putting yourself into it, which I know, because again, that's who I'm talking to. You're the person I'm talking to. Then how come things aren't changing? How come you're trying to change, doing your best to change your mindset, right? Your attitude. And still, it's just so much work, and the needle isn't moving. It's because you're using a hammer when you really need you need a compass. You need a compass. The direction that you're pointing your strategies and your solutions, that direction is the wrong direction. And I've been doing this work for more than 45 years, almost 5 decades. And I know, and I have been involved in so many different strategies and processes and so forth. And they all point you in the wrong direction. They are describing the box of the problem with incorrectly, and therefore trying to solve the wrong problem. And so your efforts become go into the wrong direction. And when you really discover how so much of your effort and so much of your thinking and so much of your hammering at yourself has been trying to fix like the strategy problem, or the team problem, or the leadership problem, or the you problem, trying to fix her, and yet there is something else going on. And how do you know? Because the trying to fix all those things isn't working. It's just not working. So, for example, people will tell you things, let's say, to do more, we'll just say to do more calls, to do more cold calls, to do more social media, to do more networking. They'll tell you these things, and you know there's some good truth to them. And yet, the way you do them, or how much you do them, or whether or not you do them at all, and the results you get are all coming from the same place, the same person, the same person who has done things a certain way up until now. I had a woman just yesterday tell me, well, that's my personality. It's my personality to say one thing and do another. It's my personality to have so many balls up in the air that I I feel like I'm running a marathon all the time, and I want to stop but I can't stop. I want to retire but I can't retire. I want to work harder and I need to work harder and I am working harder, but I'm also exhausted. And that's my personality and that can't be changed. So I have to work within it. Well, I don't agree. And after 45 years, I've seen more than 8,000 women, many of whom were in this kind of situation. And that's absolutely not true. It is not true no matter how old you are. No matter if you're in your late 40s or 50s or 60s or even 70s, if you're willing. So all of this is to say that if you are even willing to consider the possibility that you that the hammer that you're using to try to fix all these things clearly isn't working and that you're pointed in the wrong direction, then you can be like my client who said she was working 24/7. Okay, I know obviously that's an exaggeration, but that is what she felt like and it is what she said. And and it wasn't doing anything for her revenue. It wasn't moving the needle. And she loved her company. It was like her precious, precious, precious baby. And she really wanted it to succeed more than it was succeeding. But wow, was she pointed in the wrong direction. And wow, was she focused on the wrong things. And no matter what anybody told her, she couldn't hear them about this. She couldn't hear them about this. So when were able to change the compass of where she was looking, what what ways she was looking, how she was, especially how she was using her mind, not a mindset shift, but the ways that her mind was locked into certain things, then she started taking 6-week international vacations a year, several of them, and really being able to feel rejuvenated and enjoy every moment of them, or almost every moment. There's always something going on at a vacation, right? So this and her revenue plateau changed. So all I'm doing, I'm just if you're doing your really best, your darndest, and sincerely, and you've been doing it for a long time, and things aren't moving, and you're at a high level already, and you just can't keep it going at this in this way, and you know that something has to change. I want you, if you're just open to that, then for now, that's enough. Like, let your mind percolate on that. Maybe I'm pointed in the wrong direction. Maybe there's something else that most processes in the world don't even have a clue about, which is there's way more to you than you currently think. Just like that woman that I was talking about that I saw recently yesterday. There's way more. It's not your personality. It's not set in stone. And it's a relief. You open to consider that?